Guardian, you have what you need. Hive systems are disgusting, but effective. The Dreadnought's power is immense, but we can break its hold over its own weapons and turn it against itself. Disconnecting the aversion anchors will stop them from dragging us all into the Ascendant Plane. Show the Taken who's in control.
So, I played this when the season came out. That the thing that Destiny does that they normally do, where they make you play the they make you play the first season or expansion mission before you buy it. It's like a little hook. It's like, hey, we're gonna reel you in. You're gonna play it, and hopefully you like it enough to buy it. I mean, it's just this mission I'm in right now. I'd rather play than what they did. They made you play this Nether Explorer, which is this. Why in God's great earth did they not do this? No countdown timer, no scoring system. You're by yourself. I just talked to an NPC in person. Why was I given filler content? Why was I given breadsticks and told it was a main course? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like I went into Olive Garden. I was dragged into Olive Garden, and I thought I was getting a salad, but instead they replaced it with... As a matter of fact, I didn't know I was getting anything. I got shanghaied into the Olive Garden, tied to the seat, and force-fed a bunch of breadsticks. And now they're trying to say, hey, you're fat, eat your salad. This is the salad. Why couldn't I have the fucking salad when I started the trial mission? Why wasn't this here? Like, look at this. I can walk around, there isn't... I don't care about grabbing loot. I want to explore the new mission. Like, look at this. I can take my time. I can do what I like. I can sit here and just put my feet up. And now I'm going to walk into a room, and I'm going to wipe this place out and feel like a badass. And that's what I want to do, because I'm not playing on hard difficulty. All of the other seasons had difficulty selections. All the other missions, what was it? Campaigns for other expansions had difficulty selections. This one? Didn't. It didn't. And like I said in my previous video that I did, I've been playing this game since Red War. I'm lucky enough to have a lot of stuff you can't get anymore. And they might have brought the stuff back. Is it harder to find? Will most new players even know where to find it? Will they take the time to look up a video like, hey, I can't get red borders? Will they even know about Xur? Will they know who Xur is? Will they know that you can even get red borders? Because I didn't know that. I came across the video.
On my throne.
Let the man talk. Are you done? Are you still wanting to talk about something? Okay then. It's like, I didn't know you could get red borders from Xur. I stumbled across a video on YouTube. And now I know. And so it's sort of like, not only was there no difficulty selection, there was no explanation. If you wanted to go in blind, let's say not everybody watches the main content creators. People don't want to get spoiled. They know enough about the season coming up that they don't want to see anything. And so they're not told. They're not told other stuff that people are told about. Because these content creators will look it up. Like, hey, this is, this is TWAB, this is whatever. And this is what will be in the mission. There isn't going to be a mission select, or there isn't going to be a difficulty selection. if you're starting out, you better hope to God you have all your fragments, or even know what a fragment is, or an aspect, or the different grenades, and then you have to do that on all your other characters. And and they throw you into a roguelike. You may not like roguelikes. You may not have to like having to worry about, you know, your lives, how many lives you have left. You may not have an hour. Like, it should have been this. It should have always been this, and it should have always had what everything else had. Sabaton's Throne World, even with the Stinger mission, where it's like, hey, this is a trial mission, you start out before you buy it, difficulty selection. It had normal and it had heroic, and those are the two difficulties, and you could change any time you wanted. Any time. And then you got the season, or you got the expansion, you kept playing, and you play through once normally, and play through it again hardcore, and get the exotics. And it's like, that's how it is. But this is cool. It's like you're inside of a flying cave, or inside of a D&D map. But what they also did is get rid of the red borders. And I won't harp too much because I said in the video, but assuming people won't have 53 minutes, I'll give the cliff notes. One short-sighted aspect of content creators, any in general, is that they tend to lose touch with the people watching them, right? When they start out, people like them because they're approachable. It's like, hey, this person, is going through what I'm going through, and they're really good at this game. Maybe if I do what they're doing, I can be good at this game. But what they don't realize is, like, these people are like, hey, we want to get rid of red borders because it ruins the loot chase. Every season, every expansion had red borders, right? Like, that's, I don't think it's fair that these people should complain about stuff being taken out of raids, stuff being taken out of dungeons, when they want our new player content, our raid and dungeon equivalent is red borders. That's what new players have to look forward to. It's like just the whole idea of grinding out a weapon that looks cool, and just like you're a fantasy blacksmith in a space opera, and you take it into this weird cave with these weird people with face masks. And it's like you go down to this weird looking basement with this pendulum swinging around, and you make a weapon. And you get used to playing it, and then it's like, hey, I can put all these other cool perks. Now, even if I don't like the perks the gun comes with, I can change it. This is my game of Destiny. This is how I want to play it. I want to go around with this. This is my Excalibur sword that I picked out of the stone, or some lady handed me from a lake. I don't want a sword that was already predetermined. It's like, doesn't feel like it's your story. That's the thing about single-player Destiny, and that's why it always needs to have a single-player mission. Just like all the other seasons, all the other expansions did. It is a solo D&D game, and crafted weapons are that. That's it. And it's like, it's not only good for the new players, it's good for the people who make the game. Alright, dude, get out of your bubble. Come on. Get out of your bubble. Get out of your bubble. Come on. If people are holding on to crafted weapons from last season, and eventually the player base stabilizes for a while, it's like, well, hey, why am I making more weapons when I could just have them use the crafted weapons you're using? They like those better anyway, right? And sure, that makes a smaller perk pool, but is it not better to have a smaller perk pool and a smaller amount of weapons with a smaller pool of frames, and have Bungie focus the hell out of those things than just spread themselves too thin? We haven't gotten new aspects because they're working on new gun frames, they're working on new traits, when we have so many other things that need help. We have exotics that don't work properly. We have missions that are buggy. We have no QA team testing this crap out. And now we have no ability to make this game as easy or as hard as we like. Some people like to slay out, put some music on, maybe put the subtitles on. That's they want to be the knight. They want to be the friggin' knight. and they want to go and slaughter things. And some people want to be the general. They want to be the general in their own little army and make things as
I am
difficult as
the
possible.
Taken King, the first navigator. I rise from the deep.
Sounds like a YouTube commenter. I am the first navigator. I was here first. Anybody else who says they're first is a liar.
See your wrath. What has become of our war? I slain.
Sadly, yes, elder brother. You're just the memory of a dead god. The sword you always wanted to become.
I only just mantled myself by the death of Akka. Carved my throne from the worm's corpse.
Keep going.
If I am destroyed, then I deserve extinction. My heir, my killer. Step forward.
Stop acting like children, the both of you. We are finally free to create new paths for ourselves.
How does that make you feel? I was thinking about it. Alrighty. See, I like this. I prefer this.
Sharpen their knives, that their lie may become my logic's truth.
The game's telling me to run. See, I'd rather have this. I'd rather have this in other games. I was sort of gassing up games like Final Fantasy. But I would say some things that I guess Japanese and some Asian games do, where they make you fight bosses. I guess it's not them, but it's we do it too. But it's an example I can think of where it's like, there's a boss. I'm not meant to fight this, am I? I'm not meant to win. You know, and in some cases you can win, but there's a lot of times where I played games it's like, you can do everything. You can get the boss down in health, you can start doing damage, and then all of a sudden, like, some bullshit happens. And it's like, oh, well, I bet the programmer and level designer feels like an ass, because it's like, why did they make a physical object as an enemy? When it's like, it's just game assets that you're not taking advantage of, where this is like, no, it's you know, there's a guy there, run the other way. I mean, that's much more, like, I didn't have to waste ammo, and it feels like I'm going to come back. Like, the fact they didn't let me get anywhere near him, see, look, there, and the timer shows up. I didn't waste any ammo. Oh, I should change my subclass.
Sharpen their knives, that their lie may become my logic's truth.
I'm gonna make soap out of them. Taking soap. Smells like charcoal. Charcoal and baking soda. Perfect for removing the most stubborn stenches. See, I'm enjoying myself. Like, and when I post this shit, other people are gonna tell it too. It's like, hey, look at that. They're enjoying themselves playing the game. I mean, unless I'm playing with a group of people, I won't be uploading any more of Nether Explorer solo. It's like, not only do I not like it, I wouldn't want to watch someone like me play that. I don't want to watch people slog. It's just, like watching a forced march. And maybe that sounded a bit hyperbolic, but you know, that's just what I'm thinking of when that comes to mind. Oh, let me get far enough away. Stop. Get some help. Oh, snap. But anyway, like I was saying about Red Borders, like, that's the one thing that we have. You know, the one thing that new players can look forward to, right? And like I said, it's just another thing that devs don't have to make. It's the same model. It's literally the same model of gun. I better get my jets on. Run, Force, run. And that's been the problem people have been having. And people have been having, and this is just, you know, anyway, people can watch the video. I tried to put timestamps